Call of Duty Cold War, a game that completely caught me off guard, and I'm here to tell you why. So let me explain. I've played every single Call of Duty campaign in the Black Ops series plus World at War, and let me tell you this is Treyarch's best campaign by a long shot. I stopped playing the Call of Duty campaign since Black Ops 3, which absolutely shattered my expectation for every single Call of Duty with the campaign to date, and I didn't intend to play this one, but I am so glad that I did. This video is going to be from the perspective of someone who loved Call of Duty campaigns and fell out of love with it, but to only fall in love with it due to Cold War. I'm going to be explaining the reason as to why Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is the best campaign I have ever played. Now, just to let you know, this is all my opinion, and if I do get anything wrong, be sure to correct me in the comments below, but let's get into it. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the story, the gameplay, and the missions. Now, all these are 3 different categories, and I'm going to be going over each one in detail to why I think Call of Duty Cold War is the best and most fun campaign yet. The story. So the story starts with the USA having planted nukes under every capital in Europe. This was done to prevent a Soviet takeover during the Cold War and would be used for defense purposes only. So the villain in this whole story is Perseus, who is a rogue terrorist from Russia who finds one of these nukes and gains access to all of them and decides to organise an event to blow them up and frame the US for doing it. This would make Russia the only superpower with no one to compete and would make them the one true rulers of Earth. Adler, who is the main character in this story who you don't play as, and Bell, who is you, are assigned to taking the bomb back by Hudson. Woods and Mason will accompany you with Sims, Helen, and the other guy, I can't remember his name. So you have been assigned to take back control of the bomb, and by taking Perseus out and keeping the bombs hidden so that the rest of Europe don't know there are nukes under their capitals. Black Ops is no stranger to plot twists and really uses it in a clever way to manipulate you, the player, to have been captured and reprogrammed using the system they used on Mason in Black Ops 1 to convince Bell is a US soldier who fought in Vietnam with Adler and is using his skills as a soldier to take back the bombs with Adler. However, Bell is an ex-Perseus member helping the Soviets get this bomb, but have been captured by Woods and Mason and Adler. But for the whole story you don't know this, and at the end you find this out, and this is just honestly so good because it's just giving you exactly how it feels in Black Ops 1. It's giving you that feeling, and it's nice. It's kind of like the same plot twist, but it's just it's a warm welcome. So at the very start, you're placed into the driver's seat. You're back as Mason, and straight away you're throwing someone off a roof. Only if you choose to, by the way, because you have choices in this game. But from start to finish, this whole story is not only believable, but it's also 100% convincing and straight up enjoyable. From the characters to the cutscenes, I never found myself bored of the story. And you know what? That's a first for me for Call of Duty. The nukes being underground and the threat of Russia setting the Cold War to detonate and frame the US was just perfect, and realistically it's not far-fetched. This could have definitely happened. Maybe not to the scale that this is set on, but it does make you think, and I think if a story can affect you to the point where you're thinking about it after and you even go and make a video on it, like, who would do that? I think that is doing its job and more. So we're going to talk about characters in this story section. Cold War features the most badass and legendary characters of all time, reintroducing them and adding new ones. I don't think there was a character that I didn't like in the campaign, apart from that one guy I don't know, the other guy who you could have saved, who was over to Helen. I don't know him, but other than him, everyone's great. So you've got Woods, which is by far my favourite character. He's a badass, and he just, like, this scene perfectly displays that.
You knew the nuke was from Greenlight, didn't tell us! What else are you hiding?
It's global enemy number 1.
We wouldn't have this problem if you'd done your job. Killed Perseus in Vietnam.
Careful, Hudson. Next time, I might not stop Woods.
And then you have Mason looking just like a god, like a beast. Adler, I don't know where to start with Adler. His whole character arc is just so interesting because he's such a mysterious character, from his scar to the Vietnamese background. I think the whole endings adds like another layer onto that because he does something you don't expect. He shoots you, Bell, the character, which is just, it's a big plot twist because in a normal person's mind, you'd be like, okay, I trust him now, we chose the right option. But no, Adler shoots him, which is just further reinforcing the professionalism in his career. That's how serious he takes his career. He's just a professional that gets a job done no matter what the cost. And I think this is a cool parallel to like Woods or Mason, which would help themselves out rather than the mission, playing as the good guy rather as like the guy who's stone cold heartless. Helen, she's just fun. MI6 character, I think she's just a cool character. And the other guy, I think it's Lazar, he's pretty decent. And Sims is okay, I suppose. So yeah, like the characters are amazing. So that's all I've got to say about that. So all I've got to say is from beginning to end, this story is just fun. Like that's the main reason I made it's just fun, and I enjoyed every moment of it. And the characters, the era, the setting, the music was all perfectly made to create an atmosphere that made me think like I want to play and explore rather than I just am playing to see the end. Like I was playing for both those reasons rather than just the one, and that just makes it so much fun. This story is just on another level, and Treyarch have outdone themselves, so well done Treyarch. We're going to talk about the gameplay. This video came to me when this moment happened.
Let's go! They're really hunkered down. We must be getting close.
That moment in the campaign, I was like, oh, this is just so good. It's just fun. Like the killing is fun. The gameplay is perfect. Even in zombies and multiplayer, you feel the weight of the guns and the headshots. It just feels rewarding. Maybe it's just me because I haven't played COD in a few years and I've come back to the franchise, but I've never had this much fun shooting people. Moving on to the choices, this game gives you a lot to explore in the world, which is done through the choices you can make from conversation topics to choosing who lives and the overall outcome of the story. And I know it's not the first game to do this, and I'm not a fan of these types of stories where you get to choose it yourself, but it must be said, I really enjoyed this campaign and how it did it. Now, I'm also a bit like skeptical of how they're going to follow it up, but who knows. But yeah, it gives you the option to choose your ending, whether to lie to Adler or tell him the truth. Each one ends differently, so let's talk about the endings. In Cold War there are 3 different endings. Number 1 is where you choose to tell the truth, resulting in the USA being saved and defeating Perseus, while also having a shootout between you and Adler. I think this is my favourite ending, linked with number 3, like they're both on par, because it gives you a glimpse at the professional side of Adler and sticking to his work, but it also makes you reevaluate everything that Black Ops throws at you. It almost subverts your expectations, and I think that's really cool, and it really left me shocked. Literally my jaw was dropped. Number 2 is where you lie and kill all of the main characters. Not only do you do that, but you do it in slow motion, and yeah, so when you decide to continue to stick by Perseus, it triggers a cutscene, and basically you and Perseus just kill Adler at the end, and the cutscene goes to the president basically burning all of the assets and basically just shutting down. But it just kind of feels like a throwaway one, like it's just there. So I'm not a big fan of this ending, but you know. For number 3, you tell Adler the wrong location, but you end up getting shot by Adler and you die. So they go to the wrong location and they can't stop the bombs and it all blows up. So the USSR wins and the USA loses, but Bell, which is you, dies. Now I like this because Bell's not a massive character and it's not a set character because it's the person you are playing. But I think with the 3rd ending, they could make a massive epic sequel where they've got to basically rebuild and you play as like Adler and stuff, and I just think it would be amazing to just go with this ending as the main one because it just makes the most sense. I had fun framing Charkov. That was just such a good mission where you're sneaking around and putting people in the vents and hiding the bodies, and That was a good mission, and I just enjoyed everything. I even went and did the side quest, which I'd never normally do, so the gameplay for me is just absolutely out of this world. So the last thing I want to talk about really briefly is the missions and the length of the whole campaign itself. I think this is where the campaign hits the nail on the head. This story was short. It was short and sweet. I'm not actually 100% on how long this game took to complete. I think it was about 6 hours, but it felt like an hour. Honestly, that's how much I was invested into this game, and that's just a testament to how well the game is paced, coming in with 9 missions. Not even in double figures, which ranks it as the smallest campaign ever. And I am a true believer that too much of a good thing is a thing, like, and I think keeping this campaign is the thing that made it so fun, because if this campaign would have gone on any longer, I think I'd have started to be like, oh come on, I want to see the ending now, but it just kept me enticed the entire time, and it was short and sweet and nice, and I could jump on, jump off. I completed in a night, and it was amazing. But taking gameplay, story and length into account, I would rank this as the best Call of Duty campaign to ever exist, and I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. The reason I didn't give it a 10 is because I can't give anything a 10 unless it's like a finished thing, such as the Infinity Saga for the MCU. So this game sits at a whopping 9.5. This is a good game, and if anyone hasn't played the campaign and didn't enjoy the campaign for the past few years, please try this one out. This is not sponsored or anything, but just try it out, it's amazing, trust me. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you like more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and comment what you thought about this. So yeah, thank you for watching, I'll see you in a bit.